How many of you experience breakdowns? And how many of you try to immediately push it aside, put up a facade, and get going? Today, we'll be talking about how feeling pain is necessary. I'm Aastha Tatia, your happiness coach, and through this channel, I want you all to experience unlimited happiness in every moment. Yes, you can create that whenever you want, and I promise that through this channel, you will walk away with some actionable access, with some tactics on how you can really go about experiencing and creating happiness. So, like I said, talking about a pain, a breakdown, we are so used to hearing from people around that don't sulk, be positive, don't cry, do this, don't do this. Every time that you are in a breakdown, that you are experiencing pain, everybody around just somehow tries to get you back in shape, get you back in spirit. And then you also end up telling yourself, I'm not supposed to be crying. I am powerful. I am strong. Let me be, myself. This is who I am. You put up a smile, you get back in action, you go to that party, you meet up these friends, and you just push that pain, that breakdown under the carpet. But what happens? And I want you to now look into your own lives. There must be some pain that you would be dealing with. There must be some breakdown, small or big, that you would be dealing with. And I want you to really experience or feel, or right now look at how you're dealing with that breakdown, right? So quite often we just try to bounce back. Now, I'm not saying that's incorrect or that's not the right way of doing it, but all I'm saying is that it is important to process that pain. Now, what does processing the pain mean? So typically when we say, I should not be feeling this, or let me not sulk, why am I crying? Okay. The more you're resisting that pain, the more you're resisting a state of being that you are into right now, the more it persists. So even though you are taking alternative actions in order to get back into shape, you will see that internally, so maybe outside you are exhibiting a different behavior, you're portraying a different behavior, but internally that mess exists, right? Happens. So that is where processing comes in. That is where giving yourself the space and the grace comes in. So the people around and me, myself, both actually take a toll, I would say. Both of these categories, which is the people around, because they want you to feel better, will always say, okay, how can you feel better? How can you feel better? How can you be positive? And same way, you yourself, or me myself, would be like, oh, how can I feel better? I can't be sulking. I have too much to do. I can't be wasting time on this. And we push it aside. So that is where two things need to be done. So when I'm saying processing, one is giving yourself the space. So which means if you want to cry, cry. If you need a shoulder, take it by all means. You don't want to go to that party or that gathering, don't go. Okay? But at the same time, that's number one, giving yourself the space to process, to experience, to go through what you are going through. To just be yourself. Okay? Be yourself. And at the same time, number two, holding your hand, standing with yourself. Right? So which means if you have to set a certain boundary, you do that I will not tolerate this kind of a behavior. Okay? Or If it means that I need to write down what I'm feeling because I need to understand the whole thing, you don't have to push it aside. Oh, I shouldn't be thinking about it. No, by all means. Because if you push it aside and you stop thinking about it, you force yourself to not think about it, it's going to stay with you. It won't heal. You won't let yourself heal. But on the contrary, the moment you say, okay, let me write down how I'm feeling, let me process this, okay, let me share with somebody if I need to, let me cry. So both ways, giving yourself the space and at the same time empowering yourself. What do I really want? How do I really want to be? Who do I want to become? What is this pain trying to teach me? What is that bigger picture? How does this fit into the scheme of things? How is it helping me become who I want to become? And that's the purpose of any breakdown and any pain. It's not a waste. So don't question. We often say, why me? You don't understand. It's happening with me. Yes, I know it is not easy, but the choice is with you. The choice to view it in what light is up to you. The choice to think, why me? And trying to portray yourself as a powerful being versus being vulnerable and just letting yourself be, giving yourself that grace and then holding your hand. So once you do this, you will see a very different side of it, of yourself, and you will emerge a very different person from this breakdown. That's my promise to you. It will take work, it will take time, but if you really want to emerge a different person, a more powerful person out of it, you want to have your takeaways, learnings from it, then it is important to not shove it aside, to not put up a facade, but instead process that pain. Whatever you're experiencing, experience that and let it go, let it happen. No matter it's a small breakdown, no matter it's a huge, big one, it's all a perception, Ultimately, you will get out of it. Nothing is permanent, This too shall pass. Remember that. Now it's up to you whether you want to have your takeaways, your lessons from it, because it'll anyway pass. You're not going to be in it forever. It's not going to stay forever. Okay? So if you found this video meaningful, if you could relate with it, then do hit a like button and also subscribe to the channel. Every Tuesday you have a fresh video here. Okay? Also, I want you to put in the comment box, how are you now going to deal with that breakdown or with that pain that you're currently dealing with in a different manner? How are you going to deal with it differently? Do share with me, do share your experiences. Remember, only when you take action can you really change anything. Else, it is only knowledge that you're acquiring. You may feel good watching this, but nothing will really change. So do share and come back to this space every Tuesday for a fresh video. Take care. Bye-bye.